Just for you, here's a Quilt Conversations live highlight. I'm going to demo for you how this around the block tool can make fun designs based on the arcs of a circle. So let's take a look. I want to show that to you. This around the block acrylic tool has arcs in an 8-inch square so that you can make different sized circles or arc-based designs. This is an arc-based design. There's a horizontal and vertical line that you can use for lining it up. So you just mark here, that's the first one, number 2, and the 3-inch. So there's the first one. When you move from one section to the next, this is your starting point to do the next group of arcs, but you don't have enough of the template to hit the edge. To rotate this, lining it up with your baseline, and then continuing the rest of the arc. See how that works? Yes, there's more. You can do this with around the block. 1, 2, 3. Add it this way first, like this. I'm rotating it just like that, and I'm lining it up. And you get that design. Yes, there's more. So I have some lines that I preset. You can take any of these arcs and put that arc on a straight line. Say it's your seam allowance in a border or a sashing, and you want to make this design, or right in the middle of a border, say you want to make this design. You can just line up to make sure that the arcs are lined up with that seam or whatever marking tool you use to mark the center of a border, and you just slide this template, rotate it, and go back the opposite direction, just lining it up. It's not hard to do. You just line it up and you use your favorite marking tool to mark the design. Then you can either free motion quilt, or you can use your walking foot to follow the quilting pattern. Why not try overlapping? Very quickly, no measurements involved, because this is doing all of it for you. And you can imagine there's many more based on just using the different size arcs that you see here on the template. Yes, there's more. This one. Look at that. It was done with this around the block tool. Look at that design. Look at the movement in that. So this is the start of our circle around, right? But instead of repeating, this one quadrant is now different. These all start with the small arc in the center, and then the arc shifts over here. This is another variation. Which one do you like? So previously you saw me make a design based on marking based on a straight line. I marked using a straight line for this one, and I marked using a straight line for these, and I marked using a square on this one. And now I'm going to mark based on using 4 4-inch squares. So hopefully by now you can see that this is a quadrant. This is a quadrant, right? This is a quarter of a circle, right? And so I'm using it based on a quadrant, quarter of a circle. Here's the first small arc, and this is a small arc. I'm putting the corner right here at the intersection or the seam. Hopefully I got them all. So that's the first one. Then I would do the second one. And as you start to use this tool, you can start off with a variation of a circle, right? Quarter circle, half a circle, a whole circle. Okay, I think I got them all. So this is half, right? Half of a circle radiating out. Half, 2 quarters for a half. Now we have these two sections. Remember this smaller arc here? Here is the smaller arc. So that means I just rotated this small arc. Instead of putting it in the center, I brought it to the lower left corner. So there it is, lower left corner. So I'm just marking as much as I need to mark in that 4-inch square. Okay. So I'm going to leave this for a moment. See how it's lining up? Those are lining up right with the next one. This one lines up right there. So now I don't have to move it. This top section is one placement of the ruler. The bottom is 2 different placements. So I just continue. So there we go, done. And if you start off with this method based on an 8-inch block, take some, this is just regular office supply paper. Make an 8-inch square, divide it into sections, and just play around with the different placements of the ruler. This is such a versatile tool. I like this around the block tool. Makes marking different designs so easy.